Hi, welcome to Rocket Realty Radio Show. My name is Poogle. I'm a professional and an experienced real estate agent serving the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about title insurance and how it protects you as a homeowner. So let's get started. So whenever you buy a property, you get a title insurance. Okay. So what does the title insurance do? Okay. The word insurance is protection. Title means ownership interest in that property that you have purchased. Okay. So what does ownership interest mean? The ownership interest means you have the right to occupy the property. You have the right to bring whomever you like into the property. You have the right to deny entry to people that you don't like. You have the right to enjoy music and things that you like to do inside the property, renovate the property, right? So these are the benefits that you get in terms of ownership of the property. And then if you decide to sell it, you have the right to sell, or if you want to rent it, you have right to rent. So these are some of the basic fundamental rights you get when you own a title to the property. Okay. So now the title insurance provides protections on the title. So what kind of protection? Let's take, for example, you purchased a property from a new home builder, and that home builder purchased the land, developed that land, and he built that home that he sold it to you, right? So the home builder bought the land from somebody, a farmer Joe. And let's fast forward 20 years. You lived in that property for 20 years. And Farmer Joe's son knocks one day on the door and says, "Hey, look, my dad has willed this land for me. And you have illegally built a home and you have been staying on the land that belongs to me," right? What do, right? The title insurance will protect you against claims on the title or the property as long as you own the property, okay, from third parties. Okay. Let me repeat, in this scenario, when this happens 20 years from now, right, when somebody says, "Hey, I own this part of property that you are living in," title insurance will kick in. And the title insurance and the title company that issued the insurance will protect and defend your interest in the property against third party claims. So that is what title insurance is. It's a very important thing that protects your ownership interest in the property against any claims from third party based on the previous ownership history. Okay, very important. Previous ownership history, right? On the past ownership history. Now the question is, how much in the past are you going to be protected, right? Do you go to the seller from whom you bought, or that seller buying from the previous seller? So you can go, it is called chain of title. It can go back in time all the way to the land. And that is the role of a title company. They are going to look at the past title ownership interest of each one who has owned that property all the way back in time when it was a piece of land. Okay, that is called chain of title. And when you're buying a property, the title company will research each ownership and see if there is any defects, okay, that will harm your ownership, right? So they will do a lot of research. And when they are doing research, they will find a lot of exceptions, okay? So when you are under a contract, within 15 days or X number of days, the title company will give you a commitment. So they will research each ownership in the past all the way to when it was a land and look at each of the ownership, and they will give you a commitment. Say, "I am going to issue a title insurance for your ownership for this many past, and here are some exceptions." So they will do that exceptions. Now you need to focus on that commitment that is called a title commitment. And if you have any questions, you need to consult a lawyer to make sure your ownership is protected based on the exceptions. Okay. Now, what could be some exceptions? When a title company is giving the title commitment, in the state of Texas, a homeowner can own three things. So you have the surface on which the home is built, that is the real property, and then anything under the land, these are minerals, and anything above the surface, which is air. Now in US, these three things can be owned by three different individuals. Most commonly, when you own or buy a property, you own the surface as well as the real property that is built on the surface. Most cases in the state of Texas, the mineral rights are owned by somebody else. So when a title commitment is issued, you will see an exception saying that they will not protect against the ownership claims on the mineral rights. Okay. So if mineral rights is something you want to be protected, then you need to raise the objection, consult an attorney, maybe you want to cancel your contract. Okay. So that is what title commitment is. Title commitment is a thorough, detailed investigation of the ownership of the property going back in time, and the title company will issue a commitment saying that I will protect your ownership with these exceptions. Okay. And if you don't like these exceptions, consult a lawyer and then consult your realtor and see if you can cancel the contract. So that is title commitment. Now, question is title mandatory? Okay. Now, title insurance is not mandatory. Let's say you are buying a property all cash. There is no law that states you need to have title insurance. However, if you have a car, the insurance is mandated. In order to drive, you have to have it. But in the case of title insurance, it is optional. A buyer, if they are paying all cash, they don't have to have title insurance, but it is highly recommended. However, if you are buying a property using a mortgage, then you need to have an insurance because the lender will demand an insurance, a title insurance. Okay, that is called a lender's title policy. Okay, because when a lender is borrowing their money, they want to make sure they are protected against any third-party claims on the property. Because if somebody claims the property and takes it away, they don't have any equity, right? They don't have any collateral. So they want to make sure there is a lender's title policy on the property. Okay. So I introduced a term called lender's title policy. So then there is something called owner's title policy, which protects your interest. So the title insurance falls into two categories: owner's title policy and lender's title policy. They go hand in hand together. So the owner's title policy is optional, as I mentioned, if you are paying all cash. But if you are borrowing money, then it is better you take that policy because the lender title policy is required. Now, what would be the cost? See, when you look at the cost of these title policies, these costs are determined by the Texas Department of Insurance. Okay, and the costs are same no matter whom you buy the title insurance from, whether you are buying from company A or company B or company C. The title insurance policy cost and the premium are determined by the Texas Department of Insurance. Let's say you're buying a property for $400,000, and there is an online calculator. It's very easy to find that table and find out the cost for the title insurance policy. So let's say, for example, it is $2,500, and you're taking owner's title insurance policy. That will be $2,500, And if you are lending money from when you're borrowing money from a lender, in order to take the lender title policy, it'll cost you only $100 more. Okay, so the difference is not huge. So it is always better when you're taking a loan to get a owner's title policy as well as a lender's title policy, because the premium difference is only $100. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now, how long does this title insurance last? As long as you own the property, the title insurance policy will protect you and your interest in that property. Do I have to renew the title insurance policy? The answer is no, you don't have to. You pay it once, and as long as you own the property, it will be active. Okay, so that is what, you don't have to renew it. What if I do refinancing? When you do refinancing, because you're switching lenders, right, the transfer of policy in most cases is not possible. Again, you need to look at the title policy and see 99% of the time when you refinance, even though you are the owner, you're going to stay at the property, the new lender will demand a new lender policy. Okay, so when you take a lender policy, right, you might as well take a new owner's title policy. Therefore, in refinance, one of the major cost element is this title insurance. Okay, so title insurance is a very important component of ownership in a property, and it protects your interest against third-party claim as long as you own the property. If you like this video show, please like me on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/RocketRealtyTX, or please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/C/RocketRealtyTX. Thanks for watching.